Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Tis time to get back to work. Enough fooling around. How you doing there, Peter? I got the coffee machine running myself. Clayton, Mr. Sarabab. All right, we're gonna be working on this here mouse guy. I think we're actually gonna start his little vest. It's got like a little leather vest.
Well met, loyal friend. You've made a real impact on the realm. Thank you for your contributions.
Jumping Mouse, 15 months. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Strap in. Let's get ready to work on your piece. Thank you very much. Oh, and let's see what your wisdom is. First wisdom of the evening. Okay. Transfiguration potion. Yeah. The blade of a sword may cut deep, but the wound of a harsh tongue cut even deeper. Choose your words wisely, noble warrior. The wounds of a harsh tongue cut even deeper. Yeah. Indeed. Okay. Hold on. Last time we worked on this guy, it was this ear here. We still, I think we'll do he's got the little waistcoat we'll do next. And then once that's locked in, we can do the scarf after that. Or maybe the arms. Waistcoat, arms, scarf, and then the hair at the back of the head. And then somewhere in the middle there, we can do his little slingshot that's hanging here. Well, it's a cape. A scarf? Cape, scarf thingy. It's his cloak. How do you imagine that's like pinned on one side? Like pinned on like kind of a like kind of like how the Hobbit's cloak is. All right, let's grab some clay here. He does have a few thingies. Need a brush. kind of, we'll add some clay glue and then just bulk in the shape of the vest. Always forget to draw on the back of your mice. Doesn't exist. They actually have no backs. Part of the lore. How you doing tonight, dear David? We're sculpting the vest next. Done with fur for now. Oh, the goo. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. All right. I thought it was a mistype. Ah, yes. It's the goo that holds everything together in your universe. It's in all things. It's like the midi-chlorians, or whatever they're called. Star Wars. Okay. There you go. Time for two-sided drawings. So now from now on the back side of the page, you have to sculpt everything from the rear view. The whole scene. Double-sided drawings. That'll be the newest sensation. Now he's not holding the staff that's in the image, right? There, Mr. Jumping Mouse. He's holding that That other weapon you sent me an image of. It's as long as the staff though, right? Or does he have the staff and then he also has that other weapon like on a rope or something? He's holding a, it's like a staff with a slingshot at the top. But then you sent a separate reference image of another weapon. Kind of, it's like, looks like a club of some sort.
The strength of the Sea-Knot Bush Kingdom lies not in our walls, but in our people. March to war.
Hey, Snow. Oh, okay. All right. I just didn't know that that's what that was called. Snow sends snack. Hey, thanks for the raid, Snow. Just getting started this evening. Come on in, everybody. Welcome. We're adding a nice little vest onto this mouse. Just begin. How was your stream? What was Snow up to? If anyone's new coming in here, my name's Sea-Knot-Bush. I make custom sculptures here on Twitch. Oh, I mean, Twitch. I'm everywhere now. Painting and drinking coffee. Oh, I am sculpting and drinking coffee. Evening artwork and coffee just go together. They just belong together. I was letting Emma took me on an adventure through the woods. She like straight up took me. She wants to go like deep off trail stuff already. She's like trying to like scale up ravines and stuff. We went on a nice adventure. She led the way the whole time. I taught her about thorns and what they look like and how to avoid them. She's pretty fearless with certain things. I like that. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, yep. We were indeed there, Jones. Did you see something interesting in the woods? No. Nothing abnormal. Just a nice stroll. I was more or less worried about my 4-year-old going like face first into a thorny plant or something. So I couldn't enjoy it as much as if I was by myself. She was on a hunt, man. She wasn't being too reckless. It's just there's a lot out there she doesn't know about. So I was laser beam focused on being the proper guide through the woods. Hey, Yokazi. Am I saying that right? That's awesome, my friend. Well, no time like the present. No time like the present. Join us. The clay, it calls you. And thank you for the kind words. Alright, let's do this section on the front here. Got a nice big wrinkle here. Good day. How you doing, Snappy? Let's bend this armature out just a little bit. Just a smidge. Doing very good, my friend. Hey, man. Isn't it crazy? Tomorrow's already Friday. What the heck happened? I do indeed plan to play some of that, plan on getting that game. That, it's like the Mines of Moria after... It's like rebuilding the Mines of Moria as a dwarf. I don't know what the actual title's called, but I'm pretty excited. My plan. Spain, okay. Oh yeah, that's like photogrammetry. Talk about like 3D scanning. Minecraft. No. Although Minecraft is a great game. I remember when Minecraft first came out, I played it in the beta, and that's a great game you could always go back to and play with friends. It's a good one. But it's also a black hole. Kind of avoid black hole. I don't have time for black hole games anymore. Kind that just absorbs you. Just like fall into the gravity well and can't get out. Do I stream my gaming? I do not. I don't. I used to. I don't know. It's just not. It's not very much, and it's nice to have that time where I'm not tied down to streaming. You know, so like if interruptions come up with like Emma or whatnot, I can be available. You know, so. Final Fantasy XI Online was my black hole from 2002 to 2010, a decade. Huh? Well, I've fallen into many black hole games in my time. Now I play games that you can hit the pause button and save your progress. You know, get in a little bit here and there. I play the long game. I'll enjoy the same game over the course of like multiple months, just a little bit here and there whenever I can get it in. I'm okay with that though. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. It's just crazy how much that has changed over the years. Because I used to be pretty hardcore. I don't know if it's just me personally or if it's just when you get older, that's just how it is. There's a season in life for everything, I suppose. Yeah, it's like your it's like a taste your taste has your taste in games has gotten to the point. Before you could play like the trashiest game ever and be like totally satiated, but now if there's anything that's off about it, I'm like immediately like turned off of it. Or like for me, if a game, if I start to feel if there's a grind that comes on, or like a repetitive grind starts to become like the main part of the gameplay, I immediately am like, nah, no thanks. It's why I could never go back to like a traditional MMO, I think. What's up, Kevros? What's up, Upiran? Upiran? Yeah, it does depend. Depends on the grind for sure. Okay, let's see. Squeegee this over here. Death Stranding. I have to look into that one. I've been playing, the one I've been kind of picking away at is Pacific Drive. which I actually really like that. That's a good one. It's slowly becoming a little farmy and grindy for me though. That's why I've already my gaze has already started to drift. Death Stranding equals Amazon delivery guy. Wait, really? It's like Amazon delivery guy simulator? I'd love to use these polymers. Any differences from classic clay? Yes, lots of differences. So one, you can bake the piece many times and work in layers. So for example, this everything here is hardened except this fresh layer we're adding. We'll finish this vest, we'll lock that in, and then we'll sculpt the arm, bake it again, lock it in, sculpt that arm, bake it again, lock it in. So you can bake it over and over and over again, kind of build up the character in layers. And you only need a kitchen oven, very low temperature, so 275 degrees Fahrenheit or 130 Celsius for only 30 minutes to cure it. And then the other thing is with this particular clay, this is called Cos clay. After it's been cured, it's flexible like rubber. See that? So that's why I think this clay specifically is the best you can get, because no more worrying about broken pieces. So there we go. Dagger and a sickle. All right, no filter ready, and wait, there's no filter. Thank you, Yokaz. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's very different. Exactly. It doesn't leave residue. It's oil-based, the clay, so it stays workable pretty much as long as you need it to. So yeah, there's quite a bit of differences. Because here. Javier, saludos. ¿Cómo estás? México. Alright, let's add the kind of like this wrinkles going on here. You can use it as a mold instead of silicone. It's not that flexible. I mean, it's flexible, but it's not like that stretchy. You know, silicone's really stretchy, really almost like jelly-like, you know, or jello-like. Sorry, not jelly. But one thing you can do with it, let me show you. This is actually pretty cool. No, this is another thing that makes cosplay stand apart. This. Yeah, Peter, I do. I'm open to anything as far as Okay, so check this out. Here's a little plate of mushrooms I made. Little mushrooms. But this is what I want to show you. Now ignore the mushrooms, that was a distraction. Here's the real thing here. Check this out. There's a liquid you can get called the C1 separator liquid, which lets you make little molds, say. So I sculpted this detail here, this little plate. No, go back to the mushrooms. And then let me reach it here. This stuff right here, it's also made by Cosclay. You paint this on any surface and it'll stop the clay from sticking to that surface.
Greetings, fellow adventurer.
Oh.
We've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Hey, Spencer. Thank you so much for the 5 months, my friend. Glad to have you on board. Thank you very much for supporting my work. I have a wisdom for you. Yeah, right. So you can make molds out of the clay itself. Here, let me show you. Hold on. Let me read this first. True wisdom lies lies not in the accumulation of knowledge, but in the humility to acknowledge that there is always more to learn. Yes, indeed. Perfect. Yeah, so what I use it for is like any sort of repeating details I need to do. So you make this by essentially making the first part, and then you paint this on there. Oh, different brush here. Paint this on. I let it dry. And then once it's dry, I'm gonna smush clay into there, and then I bake it all together, pull it out of the oven, and then I'm able to just do what I just showed you, remove it, and you have 2 solid pieces. So it's just really quick and efficient way to do stuff like that. Let me actually show you some other examples. And the cool thing is, over time, you develop an inventory of. This was a sword, so I only did one side of the sword and then duplicated it. This is a part to a trophy that was symmetrical on both sides, so I was able to just get away with sculpting one side. Then there's certain details, you know, like this thing right here. This little skull kind of seal here. There's no dust with this clay. No dust produced. Here's an eyeball. Oh no, this is a teacup, not an eyeball. This is for teacups. I've got ones for little pouches here. I made a trophy for TwitchCon 2 years ago now, I think. Yeah, I was commissioned to do a trophy for TwitchCon. So yeah, you can see how it's just a really cool feature for, you know, just duplicating, making things more efficiently, right? Without sacrificing quality. Yeah, this sculpture or this clay produces 0 dust. There's no dust. Even when you sand it, it doesn't produce dust. It's like, you know, when you take an eraser, like a pink eraser, and you rub it on a piece of paper, it creates more of like that type of material when you carve into it and when you sand it. So okay, let's get back into the work here. Oh, we get to do a stitching detail all along the bottom. It's one of my favorite things there. Let's just push in some more of these wrinkles here. You make a working fishing pole out of that clay? No, it'd be too flimsy, and it can tear. It's shatterproof, but it can still tear, like rip, you know, with enough force. Yeah, so to make the mold, you sculpt the prop like this on a flat piece. Once you're done sculpting whatever the detail is, you bake it, harden it. Then you just simply paint that C1 separator on there. Let it dry, and then you just smush clay all around the top, you know, and then you end up with, you know, this. And you bake it all together again. You bake every time you're adding material. Yeah, so the only 2 things you need is the clay itself and this C1 separator, which is sold by Cosclay too, to do that process. That's it. There you go. Yeah, it's cheaper, it's easier. I still haven't even pushed the limitations of that process. I'm sure there's a lot more you can do with it. We're on the road though. Oh, there you go. A sail. Yeah, I mean, truly. It's very unpioneered territory too, you know? Because think about it, this material hasn't been out very long. And it's not very widely used either. Yeah, I'm quite happy with how that turned out. Again, I couldn't do this if it wasn't made out of cosplay. See that? Each little strand is flexible. Let's push this in a little bit more here. Here.
Greetings, fellow adventurer. We've got everything you need to rest and refuel.
Well, hello there, Lord God. Good to see you. How you been, my friend? Well, yeah, I mean, it's gonna be more expensive than ceramic clay, you know. Ceramic clay is just refined dirt if you think about it. It's cheap as dirt. It's because it is dirt. But to fully use ceramic, I don't think it's actually cheaper. The clay itself's cheaper, but you gotta have an expensive kiln and stuff like that to actually make something solid out of it. You will face difficult choices, but trust your instincts and stay true to your values. There you go. There you go. It's not, no, it's not that bad. In comparison to ceramic, though, of course it's going to look expensive. But that's just because ceramic's cheap. It's not because this clay is expensive, it's because that clay is just super cheap. Guess I shouldn't buy a boat then. No boat, no happiness. Yeah, right. Well, that's my whole thought process too, is that, you know, you could spend less money and get something. You can get a clay that's gonna be cheaper, but if your project just breaks, is it really worth it? You know? Is it worth making your project out of spending all that time to make something out of a material that's just gonna crack and break? I'd rather spend a little bit more, make something that won't break. Hello, Toadstool. Good evening. You don't need a boat there, Lord Gad. Boats are money pits, money sinks. I would like one too, though, to be honest. I think this is the soundtrack from the Hogwarts Legacy, if I'm not mistaken. They are money pits. I live walking distance to the Mississippi River, so I wouldn't mind having a boat. Have you ever sculpted an alligator or a crocodile? Not since I was 6 years old. My very first sculpture I ever made was an alligator. But since then, no. Alright, I think we're gonna hit this up with some alcohol. Clean up the shapes. This edge needs to be a little bit worked here, a little bit more. I do still have it somewhere in the workshop here. You can, I think there's a clip for it if you do exclamation point alligator. Oh, that might only be on Twitch. I'm not sure if it's on YouTube. It's somewhere around here. My dad, thankfully my dad hung on to it on his dresser for all these years. The classic dad dresser time chamber. So the alcohol it dissolves the clay just a little bit. And so by brushing it on, it'll almost like melt a little bit or dissolve, and then using the brush you can smooth and get rid of tool marks and fingerprints and round off your shapes. Yeah. It's just a great way to kind of clean things up. Okay, let's see what we got here. Oh. Gets rid of the clay boogers. That's right. Those little bits of clay you just can't get rid of. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, there it is.
Listen closely, traveler, to what I say. Twitch Prime does not even cost a dime.
I don't think so, Snappy. I'd say it's pretty standard. In fact, my older brother made a Loch Ness Monster. The year before, we're only a year apart, so the year before me, he made a Loch Ness Monster, and it was pretty much the same. We'll see when Emma makes us her. Let's see when Emma makes her first sculpture when she turns 6 years old. We'll see the difference. How do you know what it looks like? He used his imagination. Hey, Neovox, thank you so much, my friend. Sorry, I got distracted. Thank you for the 35 months there, Mr. Neovox. How you doing this evening? Sorry, I was trying to set up this new filter here. Let me do this really quick. Some adults still don't have control, you know. It's all about what you practice, right? Oh yeah, that does look better. Self-control is one of the hardest things to deal with in this life. It's a never-ending battle that we all face. Alright, let's just do some alcohol, brushing. Clean up our shapes here, and then we'll do get some textures going. I'd like to take a gander at some reference and do change up on our leather texture. Let's push the limits a little bit further. This is 91% isopropyl alcohol. No, it wouldn't be too much. It could be 99%. It's just gonna respawn much quicker and evaporate much quicker. You can just see, like, here's how it was before, these harsh tool marks, and then here's how it is after. Much more smooth and brought together. Hey, what's up there, Jay Skellington? Hey, thank you. Good evening, my friend. Thanks for joining us. I imagine, I mean, isopropyl alcohol should still smooth monster clay. It's just, it's a harder clay, so it's going to be less effective. I'm sure stuff like mineral spirits works and stuff, but you don't really want to be exposing yourself to that long term, you know? Just, you don't want to. If you can use something else, it's better to use something else. I think what else? Fire, yeah. Yeah, it is harder to control. I would just get some like 90 high percentage isopropyl alcohol. You just have to. This mouse does have a name. I don't remember his name though. If Jumping Mouse is here, he can tell you. He's the client of this piece. This is essentially it's based on the client's EverQuest character and combined with David Peterson Mouse Guard mouse. His name is Dar. D-A-R. There we go. And he has a badger companion. So he's kind of like, basically from what I could tell, he's kind of like a Beastmaster. Acetone would work, yeah. But it's so fast, it's also another one you don't want to be exposed to too much, you know, so. Acetone would definitely work. It will, but it'll work really fast and, you know, it'll work really fast and then evaporate really fast. So it could be good. I am doing the companion. Yeah, here, let me show you guys the sketch. Let's see. Boy. There we go. There's the sketch. Do I have some drawing skills? Nothing exceptional. I don't draw very often, so it's not something I practice. I'd say I'm not an absolute beginner, but I'm definitely nothing worthwhile. Because I mean, I did draw a lot when I was younger, and in my earlier art seeking days. Till I discovered